My viewer, in our previous episode, we looked at the self-concept of a man, and we looked at the ideal self and the body image. And as you can recall, I said we have not finished. So today, we are going to continue with counseling psychologist Fred with 2 more that is going to take us through. Karibu, Fred.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go on.
Our viewers, we are back again. This time we are talking about 2 more domains of the self-concept. We were able to touch on self-image and also body image. And now we are getting to ideal self and self-esteem, beginning with ideal self.
Yes.
The ideal self, the term ideal itself means how it is supposed to be. What I am supposed to be, the desired self. So the ideal self involves all those aspects that I desire as a person. So man has his own ideal self. And this involves the statements about where this person could want to be, wish to be, or is desiring to be. And when we talk about this ideal self, therefore, there are many factors that affect the process of forming such a concept. One of it is the plans, the life plans in relation to success, how this person defines success. Success is how you define it, not how it is supposed to be.
Yes.
It is personal.
Yes.
So maybe the success of this person is by the time I am 30, I should be married. By the time I am 40, I should have a boy child. Yeah,
Specifically a boy child.
Specifically for African men. Or I should be having another girl child. I think the boy is in love with his mom. I could be having a girl. I could also be having a car. I could be in my own house, not rental house. Ideal self.
Yes.
Ideal self.
Yes.
Now this person is evaluating themselves in terms of success, the level of success, meaning the level of achievement is likely to affect the ideal self, the way a person perceives their achievement, their greatest achievement. A crisis comes when a person has what we call dichotomous thinking. You evaluate all events as good or bad. You evaluate all your journey as successful or unsuccessful. That may affect the ideal self because you feel like I am a failure. You feel like in all aspects I am a failure, only to realize that only one aspect is behind. The other aspects are moving. Even if I do not have a master's degree, at least I have educated my children. Even if I don't have a good house, at least my children have better values. I have nurtured them and they seem to have a good character. That's an achievement.
True.
So a person tends to evaluate only one achievement and forget other achievements. Any other achievement, as life continues, midlife issues come. Even before those midlife issues come, even from a small boy age, to around 15 years, to 12 years, along to 25 years, this person will evaluate their success depending on their age.
Probably education.
Yes.
How they want to perform in school.
Yes.
Yeah.
How they want to perform. I was not taken to a better school. Probably I didn't perform well. Or even if I performed well, the family I belong could not support me to go to a national school. I went to this extra county school. I just went to this Harambee school. So that ideal self, I should have gone to a better school. Yeah, you know, I don't know whether in this time the boy who's 16, 11 years feel the way we used to feel, that I am attending Genchere secondary school, a local school, when my friend is going to Kisi school, yet we are going to meet during the half term. Yes, the mid-term, and we are going to fight against, to market ourselves in the same market where the girls know I go to attend Genchere, and this person goes
Genchere
to Kisi High School.
Is a school
Yes,
in Kisi?
that local school. Another person went to Mangu High School. Yes, another person is going, maybe this young lady also is attending Loreto Girls. So you can imagine. So the ideal self might come. The negative concept of ideal might come in because now this boy feel I am not worthy because of the level of success. The level of success I've not been able to achieve up to this point. And that can bring a lot of stress. That can bring a lot of anxiety. And some of them may lose motivation. So the performance is going down. The parent does not know what is happening. And we take ourselves back to what we said, the socio-cultural factors contribute to the concept formation. How does the society define a boy or a man? So if my father told me, a man, you should excel. So anytime I come with a report form, if I was position 10, I am told you are not yet there. Next time I try very well, I come to position 6, still I am told I'm very poor. Even if I score 399 marks, they want 400. So even that missing mark is giving me a headache. So you see, also, this evaluation depends on significant others. Even at work, the competence. You see, at workplace, the way you are able to perform, if inside me I'm told I should be excelling, therefore as a man, I will be affected. So the ideal self is where you want to be. Meaning if you are not able to adjust from where you are and concentrate on the journey, a person might waste a lot of energy trying to grieve what you have not been able to achieve. That have not been able to marry. Will I ever get married? Where do I start? And at some point, maybe you have separated. You have stayed for 15 years and then suddenly you separated. So the best way is to appreciate the fact that changes come. Changes are constant. You only have to cope with the changes and continue. Because this is just one aspect of life, the other aspects are there. If you have to give yourself an opportunity to see tomorrow, then you have to wake up and pull the other strengths so that you cover that weakness.
You've said something very important. You've said that when this man is struggling with the ideal self, the parents or the significant others or the bosses at the workplaces are not aware of what is going on. How can this person then be helped, this man be helped, so that they can live better, they can be able to look at them, to view themselves in a better way? The
only way this man can be helped is first to be aware of that aspect which is wanting. Like if it is about a relationship, how am I going to go about it? If my wife has separated from me, even if I cannot talk to her, how can the significant others help me? Because which kind of a support do I have? Am I going to use the religious institution? I walk with my pastor and talk to the parents to talk to her. You see, am I going, instead of going to court, Can I also take maybe a few men from my village? That's how we do it in our home.
Oh, okay.
You send some men because they will be respected.
Yes, yes.
And they will be listened to. Yes. So my point here is you try to check on what is the cause of that stress. And then look for the options that are available and pick the most convenient and the most the outstanding option.
Yes.
Yes. So if it is about success,
yes.
even if I have not bought a car,
yes.
can I begin to save now and have one? Okay. Even if I cannot buy a Prado, if I can get a Fitz, I will be there. You see? This man, you need to look at this, the way you set your expectations. Avoid unrealistic expectations. Set the priorities right.
Yes.
And look at those things that you can be able to achieve. And accept those conditions you can't change, that are beyond yourself. Work on those conditions that can be changeable. And then begin to do something.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow, set a few goals
yes.
that are achievable.
Yes.
Yeah, if I want to buy a car, I will begin saving one coin and doing 1, 2, 3, I will be there. If I want to have my plot, I want to build a house.
Yes.
Because that cry and worry may not build a house.
It doesn't.
But at least if I get out and do something,
yes.
I can get somewhere. So also avoid the absolutes, I must. I should. Those ones can even kill you. Most people have committed suicide because you say, I must. That man must divorce my girlfriend, my wife. Yes. If she has gone away, you do not have power to bring her back. So the only thing you can do is either you pray or you look for any other alternative. You work on what can be achievable.
Yes.
So avoid struggling with things you cannot change.
The musts, the shoulds,
the musts, I should, for now, I should be having a PhD. So you begin telling people, I went to St. Paul University, I went to Nairobi, you start living a lie. Others become good comedians because they are hiding a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression in trying to be funny. Yes. So, or you try to be over generous. So, avoid such kind of defenses and face life in reality. Look for someone to talk to, a counselor. Yeah, we have men who are counselors. I am one of them.
For example, yourself.
For example, myself.
Yes, yes.
I am an example. There are many.
Yes.
I have many colleagues
yes.
who are even senior.
Yes.
And have enough experience, marriage and family therapists. If you want a trauma therapist,
yes.
they are there. If you want an addiction therapist, addictions take away men so fast. When they realize that I've not been able to achieve, they tend to feel like, now, I don't know, how am I going to cover my shame? So let me drink and forget my problems. So that is running away from reality, trying to justify your poverty, trying to justify that kind of a condition of being a failure.
Yes.
And that is not maybe evaluation of others, it's evaluation of self.
Yes.
So people tend to go to addictions and they create a lot of problems. So instead of that, you can talk to a friend. And also for you to raise up your ideal self, you need information. Information is power.
True.
Yeah, try to find information, try to attend seminars, try to work with the people who have information. When you walk with eagles, you will soar. When you walk with the wolves, you will learn how to haul. So you need to have friends who add value to your life. Look at who are surrounding you.
True.
Because you might be seeking for advice from a wrong source. Yeah, and that is our problem, in fact. You find that when my esteem is low ID, low body image, I tend to look for someone who accepts me. So if I find a harlot, if that is the term, though I don't like that term. If I find maybe a certain lady who is 75 and this boy is only 25, at least I have someone who can give me a car to drive. You see, that is how we are losing them.
Yeah.
That is how people, because they are looking for the ideal. I want to be a DJ. So you drop at Form 2 and begin such activities. At least you can find information and see if at all I become a surgeon. Can I create time to do the DJ work?
Yes, and you can do both of them.
You can do both of them.
Yes.
Now you are interviewing me.
Yes.
Yeah, but I believe this is not the only activity you do in life.
I do many things. Many things, yeah.
Yeah. So if this young person could have that information, that young man could also realize, yes, I want to be a musician. I can be a musician and a certain professional at the same time. You can be a politician who is a professional. Yes. True. You have seen how many of them have been frustrated because they take politics as the only profession. In Kenya, in the world, now where we are, there are professions that support others. Because that is, yes, you are naturally motivated in that. It will make a lot of money for you. But you will need also a certain career to carry you, to put weight on what you are doing. So what I could encourage that man is that do not just see yourself as a failure. Try to check on those strengths. You can actually pull yourself together. There is a quote that says that if your heart is broken, you can still do art. You can still make art with the pieces. It's actually a resilience theory.
When your heart is broken.
Yes. You can make art with the pieces.
Because you remove some parts and put together others.
And Elizabeth Edwards say that resiliency is accepting the current condition, even if it is less better, less good. It's not good like the initial condition. So meaning if you can carry yourself and accept yourself from where you are and what you are now, you have an opportunity to be a better person.
And therefore improve on your ideal self.
Wow. First, our viewers, self-esteem. Self-esteem is the way you evaluate yourself, the way you evaluate your worth. The way you evaluate your strengths and weaknesses and either appreciate them or reject them. So self-esteem comes when you become aware. A person with high self-esteem is aware of himself. We are talking about a man here, aware of your weaknesses, aware of your strengths, and have appreciated them. People not only appreciate strengths, you also appreciate the weaknesses, not covering them, but processing them, realizing this is my weakness, but I will live with it. I will survive with it. So this self-esteem is affected by so many factors as well. One is the weaknesses that we have just mentioned. The realization of weaknesses tend to pull a person back. When we look at the weaknesses that a man might see, we talked about, when we were talking about the self-image, we talked about the power. We talked about significance. We also talk about virtue, the way you live according to the standards. When we talk about the standards, even a person who uses alcohol, when they come to a religious compound, they feel like I am not worth. And if they are wearing a kofia, anaitoa, unakuta ameiweka chini na anakaa pale nyuma mbali sana. Because they feel like I am not worthy to move beyond this level to that level. That's a good example. When a person feel like I am not so much learned. In my family, in fact, I am the least learned person. So I will not speak when we are in a gathering. You know, meaning that is a realization of a weakness, yet you don't want your weakness to come out and embarrass you. So you are taking care so much, you are so much conscious about that weak point. So the weakness can touch on the other domains. It can touch the self-image, how people view you, your perception of how you present yourself. It can touch on ideal self. It can touch on body image. So that evaluation of such weaknesses might lead to stress and anxiety. And a person feel embarrassed. You feel you are down. You feel, a person feel they want even to commit suicide, or they feel like they don't want to present themselves to the public. Other people have developed social anxiety. They don't talk. They don't show up when people are eating together. When people are taking a photo, they are not there. They feel like, so I was also needed here. I don't know whether you need me. They always confirm whether they are needed because the sense of significance has not been perceived. Or a negative sense of significance. Yes. So the self-image also is affected by the other socio-cultural factors. When we talk about socio-cultural, we mean me in relation to my colleagues, to my friends. Yes, you know, there are people who are working together, but one person is excelling, another one is not excelling. Not necessarily at work. You can imagine a person who worked for 45 years and realizing a colleague has educated their children. Yeye akipata pesa yake used to go to a bar and eat all the money. Now people, even the tea farmers are receiving their bonus this season. You see, if they are getting maybe the bonus, someone is consuming the all of it. Another person is investing properly. So when the time comes, this person has sobered up, trying to evaluate himself, realize I am a failure. So the esteem goes down. Esteem goes down because of low performance, because of the poor image that is coming. So the self-esteem also can be affected by the condition of having fallen short of the standards, the required standards, or you are not adhering to the values, to the rules of an organization or the society. And also feeling like what we just mentioned in our other part when we were talking about the ideal self. You know, in African society, there are those beliefs, stereotypes. Let me call them stereotypes. That for a man to be a man, for you to be married, you must marry from your tribe. For you to get married very well and feel you are married, you should be having a boy child. Okay, I'm just giving examples, general examples. That's not what exactly exists. For example, a man who feels like if you have to get married, you have to get married to someone who is learned. And maybe, unfortunately, this person was dating a friend who was maybe in somewhere in a certain environment. All of a sudden, a lady got pregnant and they got married. And of course, majority of people who are married, you may find that they had not planned to marry that person. And circumstances. Unfortunately, if there is another person, either who rejected this man, or they separated in some way, and other people might have done it in a way of, as a way of punishing maybe that friend. So, as an example, in case this person encounter a crisis, they find themselves going back and realizing very fast, I am in a wrong relationship. Why is it that you are evaluating the crisis with, or you are associating with the relationship? Is because that is an aspect of weakness, perceived weakness. So the perceived weakness needs to be dealt with so as to be assured of a high esteem. Another one is the way people plan their life. Yeah, the way you plan your time, the way you plan to utilize your resources, the way you use opportunities, that also affect esteem. Because if you realize that you wasted an opportunity, you wasted time somewhere, there is a perceived loss somewhere. Yeah, so even loss and the grief can affect esteem.
True.
Even losing a parent, even losing a sibling can affect esteem.
Because
still.
it is associated with what the value, the worth that the significant other person is giving you.
Yes.
So if there is absence, probably through death, then your self-esteem may come down as a man?
Yes.
Okay.
It can come down.
Okay.
As a man.
Yes.
You can imagine if my mom is the only person who appreciates my strengths, who appreciate I am a good man. And maybe there is one person, not many, maybe one person, when I meet them, they show me I am nothing. So just one person can make you feel you are nothing. Just one aspect, loss of one, maybe one weakness can make a man feel is not worthy. Yeah. And you see also we are different. As much as we have similarities in thinking, still you see ladies are very good in terms of linguistic intelligence. Talking, sharing, reading, expressing themselves in words.
You're talking to one here. Yes.
Yeah, like talking. And maybe man is good in terms of what we call a spatial intelligence. Men are picture smart. Like, this is my house. Yes. So that you communicate with your house. This is me. Yes. Yeah, this is my wife. Yes. These are my children. Yes. And a man is introducing their physical resources. They feel good. Yeah, man feel good. They feel they have a high esteem. Yeah, but now a lady can tell you, I have 3 children who are at home. Yeah, in fact, don't look at me like that. I am not a single. Yeah, you can see me here, but I have 3 children who are with their father. Yes. Where is the father? We separated. Yes. You see, but for a man, we normally want to present evidence. That is how we are created. Those are just differences in the way we process information. True. Yeah. And you see, we tend also to be forgetful. Because also naturally, I realize ladies, their brain is structured in a way that they maintain a clear picture of experiences. So sometimes when a man realizes that you have forgotten, you might have forgotten certain aspects. You might even forget to dress properly. Yeah, you might forget to take yourself back to school so that you can have your master's, your PhD. So the wife remembers, I am also working at my success, and she's able to balance herself. So you begin to think she's fighting me. So she wants to be educated so that I cannot keep her at home.
A bit of insecurity?
A bit of insecurity. Can bring self-esteem down. Because there is that sense of authority, a threat on the authority of a man. And that is just coming from our society. Yes. Yeah, we are socialized to be strong and be in authority. Yes. Meaning a man can challenge that, actually. Yes, if your wife is coming late, is coming at 9, maybe is a medical practitioner, maybe she's in a night shift, and you are there, a pastor like me is at home, maybe a counselor like me, maybe that day I came home earlier, I can wash utensils. Yeah. But you can imagine how an African man can feel. I have washed the utensils today. And then tomorrow she tells me, today you remember to pick some clothes I have left there. So I am going to be seen also picking some clothes. So the African man in me is likely to affect my esteem. But if I tell myself, these are just house chores, and I can just do them. Meaning it depends on how you evaluate such events.
Yes.
People get disturbed because of the way you evaluate events. So if you evaluate an event negatively, you acquire a negative feeling.
Yes.
If you evaluate an event positively, you acquire a positive feeling.
True.
And that is why you see some men become violent.
Yes, yes.
Umenizoea sana. Yeah, you are always coming late. I'm very silent. I think I am going to talk. So they talk with action.
Yes.
Yeah. And we realize that men are more logical. And so we may not speak with action. No, we may not maybe address issues with words at some point with action.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also that does not mean we remain in that way. What we are trying to say is that we can deal with those weaknesses.
Yes.
We can address issues at hand.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I could like to encourage that man there to raise your self-esteem,
Yes.
you need to appreciate those aspects that are your strengths.
Yes.
No matter how small it is, your accomplishment. Make sure that you are able to realize your greatest accomplishment. And you also realize your success. Yeah, you are not working at success only when you are dead. So long as you are living, age is just a number, people say. Let it be a number in terms of success.
Yes.
That you will always fight up
And
to
I
the
guess,
end.
Fred, small achievements are still count.
Yes.
Even in a man.
They do.
So that when you reflect, probably you can write down and see, I've achieved this. However small it may be. I would imagine that. Yeah. Go on.
They will pave way for greater achievement.
Yes.
For greater success.
Yes.
And also maintain that internal way of evaluation. Yeah, a person with a low self-esteem or a person whose self-esteem is easily injured is that person who depend on others for evaluation, for validation. Yeah, if I am working at my projects,
Yes.
I don't need to confirm from someone. I don't need their compliments. If they compliment, that is okay.
Yes.
But I should not be dependent on what they say about me and about what I am doing, about my image or about anything else. So
Yes.
concentrate on what you tell yourself. Meaning, have confidence with your thoughts. And if you don't have confidence with your thoughts, seek for information to strengthen them. Seek for counseling. Yeah, look for those resources around. Look for those community institutions that can put you in an environment where you can gain more information. In these days, when men are going to eat goat, they find another man to talk to them about finance, investment. I like such forums whereby you are empowering your mind. Look, interact with a mature mind, even reading materials and watching materials, even on YouTube that are helping. Avoid limited time with such activities like pool games, those that just help you to run away from your reality, from the reality of your challenges, and later the challenges arise again. You realize they have not been solved. Yeah, so that is the only way this person can raise self-esteem.
Yes.
Evaluating your worth from the inside.
More of a reflection.
Yeah.
Your personal reflection.
Your personal reflection.
Yes. Now, Fred, as we come to conclude this session, you kindly just give us like the 4 domains in a sentence in terms of like what should a man do for each of the domains.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the 4 domains,
Yeah.
starting with the self-image. Remember, in our part 1, we began with the self-image.
Yes.
Self-image, we said, is the evaluation of self in terms of how you think people view you. When you want to improve your self-image, just avoid evaluating, just focusing on the negative image. It's important to focus on the positive side. And if in case you perceive a weakness, meaning that negative evaluation, let it be a lesson, learn to improve.
True.
If it is still something you cannot change, a condition you can't change, just leave it like that. Leave it to the higher power.
True.
When we talk about the body image,
Yes.
Body image is the way you think you look like. The way you look like is natural and can't change. Though if there is an aspect you can improve,
Yes.
you can improve it.
Yes.
Like dressing.
Yes.
You can change your way of dressing and change your image. But you may not change your size, the size of your body, unless it is through exercises in case there is the weight is maybe growing and you cannot be able to bring it down.
Yeah.
Maybe you seek for nutritional help.
Yeah.
You seek for other professionals.
Yes.
But if there are aspects you can't change, is to accept yourself the way you are and concentrate on other aspects, because that is just one domain. Another domain is the ideal self,
Yes.
where you think or where you wish you could be. What I could encourage that man out there, concentrate on what you can work at, not wish. Avoid the wishes, apply less energy on the blame, and take it personal responsibility and work from where you are. And now the self-esteem.
Yes.
Deal with the current anxiety.
Yes.
Anxiety can bring down low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And even stressors. Deal with the stress.
Yes.
You know what stress does? It shows you that a reward has been removed. So you can't be happy. So look for a way you can deal with the stress, even if it is finding a counseling psychologist, you talk to them. If you want a man, we said they are available.
Yes.
Yeah, though any counselor can talk to you and
True.
you are able to explore. You know, it's not advice. Actually,
Yes,
counseling
yes,
is not
yes.
advice.
Yes, yes.
It's not telling people what to do.
Yes.
Counseling is a journey
Yes.
where you become aware of yourself and be able to realize your strengths, use your personal resources to make relevant decisions. So this counselor might be having any other domain, can be a religious leader as well, can also be someone who is doing something else. But if this person can support you, can support you. And if you are not able to access such people, just try to talk to someone who is around you. Don't be alone. Yeah, don't withdraw from people. Be around with people. So to raise your self-esteem, you need to just appreciate yourself.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, Fred. Thank you so much. I think this discussion, this conversation can go on and on and on, because it's very, very critical when we are talking about issues to do with self-esteem, the whole body image about a man. And I think this is an area that we could talk more about, but time will not allow us for today. Before we close, I'll request you to look into your camera and talk to our viewer and tell them where can they find you, what are the contacts that they can call, because I'm sure after watching this, men will call and they would want support, counseling, as you have said. So just look into your camera and just give us your contact. Where can they find you?
Well, our viewers, whenever you are viewing from, I appreciate taking time to walk with us this journey. If you want to find me, as I mentioned, I am Frederick Mwenga Osoro, counseling psychologist. I normally spend my time in Thika town. Normally, I work at KIPCO It is a college, but also we offer counseling. So if you want counseling services, even just calling, be free even to come around and we interact so that you can be able to pick where you begin your journey for your success. My phone number is 0728 087 101. That is office number, and another number is 0717 268 348. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have hosted you, and I'm looking forward to having other episodes with you. And thank you so much for that information that you have shared with us. Because we say in this show, we are here to share information that can help us to live quality, healthier lives. Thank you so much.
Wow.
And our viewer, that is all the time we have for today. And until next time, thank you so much. This is Health Now Show, your health friend. God bless you.